So back in the late 40s or the 1950s, some lucky boy received one of these as a Christmas present or a birthday present. So let's have a look and see what set's in here. Take the lid off, turn around the label. You'll see it's the Dublo tank goods train EDG7, and it's fitted with a suppressor to eliminate radio interference, and that's translated into various languages underneath. Meccano Limited made it, and the box was printed in England. It's LMS tank engine, a 12-ton LMS wagon, 12-ton van, and the brake van over here. There's track, there's enough curves, there's 8 curves in there, including this one which has got the 2 terminals on it, so the power feed from the transformer can be put to the track. And there's a couple of straights, so you've got enough there to make a basic tabletop layout. The train set price would have been £7, 12 shillings and sixpence. In today's decimal currency, that's £7, 62 and a half pence. And if we make an allowance for inflation since the train set was actually made up until present day, that gives us a present day price of £152 and 50 pence. However, as time went by, Dad would have been pressured into building something a little bit more permanent than the tabletop railway, and he would have had to give some thought to what space he'd got, pretty much like we do nowadays, and how big a layout he could make, added to which of course was the cost. So let's have a look at what Dad's come up with. So what's Dad been doing? Well, he's been looking around and he's been assembling pieces of wood that he has no use for, and he's built a 6 foot by 4 foot baseboard, and he's put it up in the shed in the garden. So here's the board. There is some track laid on it. In constructing the layout, there were a number of features that the young lad wanted to see in place, one of which was the Hornby Dublo level crossing, which has been obtained. You'll see the middle track section here doesn't actually have a roadway running through it. Dublo do produce a section of track like that. The level crossing is made from cast aluminium. Would have cost 9 shillings and 11 pence, 50 pence in today's money, and converting that into the value of the pound back in the 60s to what it is today, then the level crossing would have cost in the region of £10. These simply latch into place. The curves on the layout are the large radius ones, which would have cost 3 shillings and 9 pence each. In today's decimal currency, that equates to 19 pence, and converting that to today's values, it would be £3.75p per curve. When Hornby Dublo began making 2-rail track, a lot of the 3-rail stock was heavily discounted and could be purchased at a lower price. Another feature that was sought for the layout was to have a tunnel. So if you look here, what I've done is to build a section which, if I pull that out, you can see blocks off the curve at this end of the layout, and if I bring that round, I've built another section which is here, which is the tunnel mouth, and that will join down here. The tunnel will cover the majority of the curve at this end of the layout, and if I swing that round, you'll see there's a there's a section there that I've not completed, but the intention there is to put a small road bridge in, and I've made a couple of blocks and covered them with some brick papers here, so they'll just sit like this. I hear people saying that double O layouts should really be minimal in terms of the scenery, but what I'm trying to do, because remember we're going back in time, is turn the train set into a 6x4 foot model railway. The station area is going to be here, so if you look over here you can see the advertising hoarding at the end on the right. The station area is going to run from there back towards here, which is where the road bridge will be, where the two brick piers are sited. If we pan round the layout, it's obvious that we've got a single track. Again, you know, the costs of the build mean that this is all that can be afforded at the time. Points in the day cost 13 shillings, or 65 pence in today's decimal currency, and converting that to today's values, a point would have cost £13. So if we look here over the area that the tunnel is going to be covering, there's quite a large amount of space which will be done over with various scenic effects which are yet to be decided, and the area inside the baseboard here, I've sketched a bit of a roadway on there, you can see, which feeds into the goods area and is taken off from the level crossing. If we look back towards the other end of the layout where the other curve is, there'll be some sort of loco shed and loco maintenance area.